if you understand the laws of the universe, if you understand cause and effect, you don't panic. Okay, in today's video, I'm going to share why money is a lagging indicator of success. And I think the title of this video is Don't Focus on Money, Focus on This, or something like that. So when you're starting out, right, and I was guilty of this, not guilty, but I did this as well. You just want money. Like, you are operating out of such scarcity, okay, that you just want money. And I just wrapped up a sales call, actually. Wrapped up pretty quickly because I knew that this was not the type of person I want to work with, okay? So I'm operating out of a state of, it sounds cringe, like abundance. Like, I have so many clients, or I have so many people that I can work with, potentially work with, that I don't want to work with people that I know won't get the best results. Okay, and when you're starting out, obviously that's not your situation. Like, you just want any client, you just want anyone, you don't care, any niche, you don't mind, because you just want money. You're operating out of scarcity, and when you operate out of scarcity, you don't think straight. Okay, so I wrote a tweet yesterday that said, not exactly, but like, you need to get rich first before you focus on happiness. Okay, because you can't think straight when you're thinking out of scarcity. Okay, so you first need to tick that pillar. Okay, so first off, it's health. You obviously need to get your foundation straight. That's very important. That also fuels your money. Okay, that's the foundation for your wealth building. Okay, then you have wealth, which is your fuel to actually get to the things you want, because a lot of people think money is like this goal is like the end, but it's just a means to actually acquire your goal, which is the life you want. So it's the fuel. Okay, so you need to get rich first, then you can focus on the other esoteric things, like happiness, love, all that kind of stuff. Okay, so I've got a few notes that I want to share with you, and that I got from Jim Rohn's video. Jim Rohn is like just an incredible mentor. Like, he really understands the fundamentals of making money. Okay, and in this video, I want to basically, the subject, or the main focus of this video is why money is a lagging indicator of success. Like, you can be successful while not having money in your bank account. Okay, let me explain why. Because success is basically just doing the actions, and then money follows. Okay, so it just takes some time. So the only difference between dreams and reality is that reality just takes time to actually manifest in the physical world. Okay, so if you've ever been conscious in a dream, that's called lucid dreaming. Okay, and you can basically, when you want something, you just choose it. So that in the book Reality Transferring, they talk of this. It's like, let's say you want to fly, you literally just think about it, and then you start flying. It's like, you don't have to think, oh, should I jump this high? How should my angle be when I'm flying? Like, no, you just think of it, and you just choose it, and it happens. That's exactly how the physical world works. The world we live in with physical objects, that's exactly how it works. It's just that physical objects and the things you want just take time to actually realize in the physical world. Like, let's say you are thinking of a car you want. Like, obviously mine is the R8. Okay, so I'm not going to buy that yet. Obviously it's stupid to buy it now. I can if I want to. Like, I can really buy it now, but it's just going to be a stupid financial decision. Okay, so in the future, 100%. But when I thought of that, I kept seeing that car on the road, like the exact one. Literally, my mom sent me a picture, I think it was like a few months ago, when completely obsessed over this car. The car, which I imagined the exact same one, exact color, exact model, at the exact stage where I envisioned it. Okay, at the front of a school, literally right there, the exact same place. My mom took a photo of it and sent it to me. So how is that possible? The exact same car, same model, same color, everything at the exact same spot where I imagined it. Okay, so that's why it's like you start to see it, but it's not yours. Okay, so like it's just a matter of time before it actually becomes yours. Okay, so how that links with how money is a lagging indicator is that you can be successful while not having the things yet, because you are doing the input. So for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. So you can take the reaction is money in your bank account, and the actions you take is the things that I'm going to discuss in this video, which makes you successful. It's just the money needs to take time to actually realize in your bank account. Okay, so number one is to focus on personal development over your career. Okay, so let's say you're doing a 9-to-5 job at the moment. You're working you're working like a monthly salary type of job, where you obviously want to get out to. You use that as a stepping stone in order to get to your next venture. Focus more on yourself than you do on your career. Okay, so when you focus on your career, you can make a living, but if you focus on yourself, you can make a fortune. Okay, so try to work harder on yourself than you do on your career, and you do that through books. Like you're reading books. Like there's literally people, billionaires, sharing how they made their money, and people aren't reading those books. I actually ordered a couple of books last week or so. Some of the Will Durant videos. I bought The Science of Getting Rich. I bought Arnold Schwarzenegger's biography. There's other ones as well. I think The 50th Law by Robert Greene and 50 Cent. I bought that as well. So reading, very, very important. Going through courses, actually paying a lot of money for those courses, because a lot of people want like courses for free, but like that's just stupid, because you need to invest money into that, which is basically your life force, your life energy, because you are using your time and energy, which is all you have, to get that money. So that money is just stored up energy and time, okay, then which you deposit in a course. So you're literally investing your time and energy, your life force into that. So you're obviously invested, so you'll get more out of the course. So it literally helps you to pay lots of money for something, okay? So the first one is focus more on yourself than you do on your career, okay? So that will allow you to become more valuable, have more value to provide to the world, which will obviously equate to more money in your bank account, okay? So number 2 is attracting success, okay? So this is a woo-woo one as well, but like it's very, very important. You need to become deserving of it. You don't achieve goals, you achieve characters, okay? So let's say your goal is to make $10,000 a month. My goal is to make $100,000 a month, okay? So I'm not there yet. I'm 100%, guaranteed I'll get there, but it's just, I don't know when, okay? I'm guaranteed I will before I die, if I don't get hit by a bus, touch wood. Okay, but if I don't get hit by a bus, I'll definitely get there. Okay, so I know I'll get there, I just don't know when. Okay, so where was I going with this? So you need to become the character that's deserving of it. I'm not yet deserving of that $100,000 month. Okay, I'm not deserving of that yet. The world is not yet a crazy enough place to reward a whole bunch of undeserving people. Okay, Charlie Munger. Like if you want to become someone worthy of making $10,000 a month, you need to acquire the character traits, character traits, whatever like that person does on a daily basis, just do that. Like what would someone making $10,000 a month do? Like I obviously got there a few months back. So you basically just doing outreach and sending your offer, your proposal to as many people as possible. Okay. So it's not going to be perfect at the start. It's going to be pretty terrible actually, but you just need to get it out there to a lot of people. Okay. That's how you get to $10,000 a month. And you do that through consistency and discipline, which I already got when I acquired that skill set going to the gym for like 5 years. So that's how I was able to do it pretty quickly, because the gym helped with the, building up that skill set. Okay. So the third one is setting goals. So this is obviously a very generic one, but like still people don't do it. So I go through my goals every single day. So I'm cognizant and aware of what I'm striving towards. So you're 42% more likely to achieve your goals when you write them down. Don't write down when you will achieve them, because you can't make that demands like that, but you can make demands on what you want, but you can't make demands when you want it. Okay. So the universe will obviously test you to see if you are worthy of that. And then worthy comes with a deserving factor. Okay. So you need to become the person worthy of that. And that comes through building up your skill set and your traits and your beliefs as well, which is very important, especially when you want to break the $10,000 a month mark. That's all paradigm and discipline. Okay. Having the right paradigm, thinking straight, seeing how the world works, seeing how money works. You can read $100 million offers right there. Which is one which helps you to craft an offer, okay? But also when everyone's doing it, it's not like you have a competitive advantage, so you need to be creative, okay? So that's setting goals. So I go through that every single day, just to be aware of what I'm striving towards, and also what you focus on, you get more of. Like I mentioned with the R8, when I was obsessing over that, I saw it on the road, I saw it driving past me, I saw it at the school where I was literally envisioning it, the same model, same car, same color. Are you kidding me? How is that even possible? Just what you focus on, you get more of, okay? So focus 80% of your efforts on what you want and 20% on what you don't want. You also need something you're running away from. So you need to have something you're fearing, like me, for example, 9-to-5 job, just an average job. Nothing wrong with that, just not something I want. Average meaning not good or bad, just in general, 50% or more of the population do that. So that's not something I want to do, okay? I want to forge my own path, okay? So number 4 is a firm decision. So basically just making that mental switch, and it all starts with a switch. So when I started out, I was like, there's just no way on this planet Earth, the one in which we people live in, that I'm gonna die broke. There's just no way. Okay, I think Ziz, I think it was Ziz. He said, no, it's not Ziz. I'm not sure who it was, but he said, my biggest fear is dying skinny, and my biggest fear is dying broke. Okay, there's just no way. So if that what you fear, you usually attract. Okay, so and what you repel, you no wait, that's not how it goes. But what you fear, you attract. Okay, so like if you fear, dying broke. Wait, I completely got that wrong. But anyway, that was just something I did not want to do. Okay, and if that's your only option, if you are so firm in your belief in your decision that this is not how it's gonna turn out, like there's just no way that I'm gonna die not being like a millionaire. There's no way. There's just no way. If you truly understand that, like if you make that firm decision, like there's no absolute way, that has to be your paradigm. Okay, so some people are like, oh, it will be nice to have some money, it'll be kind of cool to drive a nice car. I'm like, there's just no way I'm dying without driving a fast car. Like it's just that doesn't exist. Okay, so that's how your paradigm needs to be, and that obviously takes time and some delusion, but usually that delusion comes that delusion manifests in your life, and then it becomes reality. Okay, so obviously when you're starting out, you're pretty delusional because the stuff you want, you have not yet achieved yet. So when I was starting out, my goal was $10,000 to $20,000 a month, and that was completely delusional, especially in South Africa. That was like, what on earth? Like, are you crazy? Yeah, but that also realized. Okay, so I also never had a plan B. I never had a plan B because why would I think of that? Like, obviously you need to be cognizant of some failures that can happen. Okay, but you should only focus on what you want. Okay, so I never had a plan B, and that's why that's why I never got plan B, because I just focused on plan A. Like it was plan A or nothing. So when you are in a job, right, you don't just want to jump into it. But I didn't have anything to fall back on. That's just my personality. I'm not sure why. I just go all in on something, and then usually it works out. And then also that exposes you to quite a lot of risk as well, which I'm well aware of. Okay, I know there's big risks, because when you go all in and nothing to fall back on, like I'm my own security, and that's how I like it. Okay, so that's how I want it to be. So you should know thyself. Very important life advice. Number 5 is continuous learning and adapting. So it's not the smartest or the strongest who survive, but the most adaptable to which the environment they find themselves in. Okay, so it's not about IQ. It's not about none of that. I didn't do quite well in school. I got like high 60s, low 70s, which is like, not bad, but like it's not the best. So it's nothing to do with IQ. Sometimes a higher IQ, you only need like 120, 115 plus, which isn't that much. I think I actually need to do an IQ test, but you don't need lots of IQ to actually excel in business. Usually the people lower in IQ, not like stupid, but not that much, just like pretty average, or above average, they do pretty good because they don't have analysis paralysis, which is basically where you just overthink everything. So you're like, oh, this business won't work because like this and this and this. But me, I'm just like, let's go, let's test it. Like, let's go and let's just try it out. And then it works because I'm not overthinking everything. Obviously, I'm planning, I'm strategizing, seeing if it works, marketplace, supply, demand, all the kind of stuff. And then I execute, but I'm kind of dumb enough to just go for it and not just overthink it. Okay, so that's a problem most people face as well. So continuous learning, constantly learning, buying books, doing courses, studying smart people. There's literal billionaires sharing their life story on how they made money, and people aren't reading it. Like the average high school, when people leave the high school, the average person doesn't read a non-fiction book ever. So like, what on earth? So just read books, okay? Constantly learning from smart people and people that have either helped people to where you want to get to or are there themselves, okay? So number 6 and the last one is how you do everything. So discipline in all areas of life. So literally eating correctly will make you more money. I'm not kidding. So I said this on my podcast as well, like going for the walk, which you said you would do, will make you more money. Okay, not doing it will make you less money. When you said you will, be disciplined with your eating habits, and then at night you binge Netflix, and you overeat a lot. That will, um, you know, be disciplined with your eating habits, and then at night you binge Netflix, and you, binge Netflix, and you, overeat a lot, that will, 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 that that will make you less money. Okay. And it sounds strange. It sounds completely like, what on earth are you saying? But how you do one thing is how you do everything. So with money, like how you treat your family will dictate how you treat your relationships in business. It's the exact same. It's like when people treat their spouse terribly, they will also treat their business partners terribly. So it's like it's all the same. So if you see a fat guy, they're probably not disciplined with their eating habits. So what's the chances that they are disciplined in other aspects? Okay, you can't just be disciplined in one thing. That's not discipline. Discipline is being disciplined in all areas of life. It's being consistent in all areas of life. Okay, so that's why you need to focus on. I think the first man also talks about the straight seven system. So, obviously aim for like a 10 in all aspects if you want, if you're very, very ambitious. But like a straight seven is better than like a 10 in wealth and like a five or a 4 or 3 in health. So you need to be a 10 in all aspects: health, wealth, love, and fulfillment. 10 in all, and you are basically set, like jacked and shredded, like insanely rich, a nice partner, and extremely fulfilled. 10 aspects of all. Obviously, if you are very ambitious like I am. So yeah, that's basically today's video, and why money is a lagging indicator. You can be successful without having the money in your bank account. It just takes time, and everyone gets exactly what they want. It just takes 1 to 2 years longer than expected. Okay, and the reason they don't is because they give up. So there's only two things that can happen when you start an online business. Only two things. You actually make it happen, you achieve the goals that you set out to achieve, or you give up before you achieve those goals. Okay? Those are only two things. So if you don't give up, if you remove that from the equation, you're only left with one, which is you will achieve your goals if you just don't give up. So that's the last message I want to leave with you. It's just don't give up. Like, time is going to elapse anyway. Would you rather have something to show for it at the end, or nothing, just giving up? Like, I'm not sure how people do that. Like, that's why I say there's no way on this planet Earth that I'm dying broke. And I'm dying not a multimillionaire. There's no way. Like, there's just no way. Okay, so that should be your mindset. And obviously it takes time to actually cultivate that, but it doesn't take that long. Okay, so 1 to 2 years, it's, most people get exactly what they want. It just takes 1 to 2 years longer than expected. So just don't give up and you will get there. So see you on Tuesday's video. Cheers.